Hello fellow doll lovers, it's Janie. Welcome to another video on my channel. This is the #1 most requested video that I've ever had in the history of my channel, and I'm going to be showing you guys my entire doll collection, so all of my dolls in their entirety, and sort of a room tour. So I'm gonna take you around and show you how they're all stored and everything, and where I keep my dolls. So I'm not going to take them off the shelves and give you an in-depth doll-to-doll collection video. If you guys want me to, I will give you guys actual collection videos. So I'll do my Barbie collection and I'll show you each individual Barbie I own, and a Monster High collection where I show you each individual Monster High doll. But this isn't that kind of video. I'm just going to give you a look of all of the dolls, and I will give you I'll show you how I organize my shelves and things like that. But it's not going to be a thing where I take each doll and show you who they are and where I got them and all that stuff. But before I get started, I want to talk about a couple of things. This is not going to be a perfect video. My room, like I said, isn't a doll room. I have to keep all of my dolls in my bedroom. So my dolls don't all fit in my very small bedroom. They sort of are overflowing. I have quite a few, and getting them all to fit has been a process. And even so, they're a little bit kind of overflowing, and my shelves are really full. So they're not organized quite the way I want them to be, but they will never actually get exactly the way I want them, I don't think, unless I move houses and get my own doll room or a big bedroom. But this is what I've got, and this is just showing you how I keep my dolls and what my collection looks like, but it isn't going to be perfect. And yes, I do have a lot of dolls, but I did not, as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I did not buy them all brand new. That would be so expensive. 85 to 90% of my doll collection is used. The only exception might be my Ever After High dolls, where I bought a lot of my dolls new in box, but the majority of those dolls also were on sale. So I never really bought any dolls for their full price, unless they were a really good price to begin with, or they were gifts from people. I got a lot of gifts and stuff from friends and family, Christmas presents. I got new box dolls, but most of them are used, which is why I have so many. There's no way I'd have nearly as many dolls I do if I had bought them all used. And also, the last thing is, I really love each and every one of my dolls, so please don't ask me if you can have any, or if I will sell any to you, or if we can trade. If you want to do a doll trade, I will mention it in my YouTube video that I'm not planning on keeping a certain doll or so, and then we can arrange something if you want that. But just dolls that I have in my collection, they're very dear to me, so I really don't want to give any up. So please don't ask me, but I hope you guys will enjoy the video anyway, and without further ado, here goes my doll collection overview and room tour. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a quick pan of all of my doll shelves. This is my Monster High shelf. Goes all the way to down there. And then here is my Barbie shelf. The little shelf that's next to it I'll get into later. They go all the way up there, all the way to right there. And here's my Ever After High shelf. Sorry, there's my ceiling fan. And then here's another Barbie shelf. And the little shelf next to it is also Barbie, so I'm just going to include that as well. And that goes all the way up there. And then this is where I keep all of my dolls that are stored. So they're in bins like so. And then I have my porcelain doll collection. I have quite a few more, but they're in the attic, and then there's another bin. And this is also my closet. So here's where I also keep some more doll stuff. I keep it in that dresser thing, and then that is where I keep all of my dolls that I haven't fixed yet, pieces of big Barbie furniture, Barbies for doll swaps, body candidates for doll swaps, and then, sorry about my CD player being up there, but there is my Disney shelf there. And then this is my scene shelf, and also my shelf that I keep my DC Superhero Girls and Winx Club dolls. And then I've just got some big clubs down there. Sorry, this leads to my bed. This ladder, it goes all the way up to my bed. I have a loft bed, which is partially why I'm able to keep all this. But that is just a big pan overall of all of my dolls. And I'm going to go through each big shelf and sort of give you guys a little bit of info on what I keep there and how I have it organized. So here is my Monster High shelf, plus some Ever After High dolls at the top. I also have some Frightmares up there because they don't really fit everywhere. But how I have them organized is up there I have Ever After High dolls that go with playsets. So I have Way to Wonderland, and then next to it I have the Throne Coming playset. And then I also have some Frightmares up there, like I said, because they don't really fit anywhere else. But that is where I keep all the dolls that go with that particular playset that I own so far. And then the next shelf, which is this one right here, this is where I keep all of my Wave 1 and Wave 2 Monster High dolls, plus signature versions of other Monster High dolls. So that's why I have Cupid and Caddy Noir and Katrine and all those other ones. It's their like signature version, quote unquote. So I have them there. Like Calliope, she's technically from the Freak du Chic line, but I have her there because that's her like signature doll. Yes, I think the other one that she has is the Shriek Wrecked Calliope, but I don't have that one, and that's really not her signature one anyway. And then, sorry it's a little bit dark, there we go. That shelf is for dolls I don't have any other ones of, so like in the line. So like, let's say there's Little Dead Riding Hood Claudine over there. I do not have Threaderella or Snow Bite, so she's by herself. These are all for dolls in a particular line that I only have one of. So kind of like Iris Clops. And then there's also dolls that I don't have very many of in that particular line. So like there's Gloom and Bloom Venus and Gloom and Bloom Jane Boolittle. I only have 2 from the Gloom and Bloom line, so I have them on this shelf. I generally only keep dolls on here that I only have 2 to 3 of from that particular line. So yes, that is that shelf. Sorry about the camera quality being a little bit shaky. And then this shelf is where I have dolls that I have more of from that particular line. So like there is the Roller Maze dolls. I've got 5 of them, so they're on this shelf, and my Sweet 1600 dolls, and my Creepateria, either that or it's Coffin Bean. I think it's Coffin Bean, not Creepateria. And like Dance Class, and Scarus, and Haunted, and all that. I have more than 2 or 3 of them, so I keep them on this shelf. And then this is where I have some dolls that go to parts with playsets. So I've got 13 Wishes playset with the 13 Wishes dolls that I have, the Freaky Fusion Recharge Chamber with the Freaky Fusion dolls I have, and then the Dead Tired pieces of the playset I have with the Dead Tired dolls. Sorry, you can't really see Laguna. She's kind of chilling. And then Draculaura is also in there. She's way back there, if you guys can see her. And then the Frights Camera Action. So I've got Viperine and Elizabeth and Laguna and Cleo there. But yeah, that is my Monster High shelf. I do have more, but they are in storage. These are just all the dolls that I've chosen to display. I have more, like I said, but they're up in storage. So yes, I'm going to move on and show you guys my Barbie shelves next. Alright, so here is one of my Barbie shelves. I have quite a few of those, and it goes all the way up to there. And this one is for all of my sort of fancy dolls. So I have Barbie Had a Little Lamb in there. I've got the Coca-Cola Barbie. I've got the Rose Radiant, whatever it's called, the Radiant and Rose Barbie or whatever it's called. Yeah, I've got the Zodiac dolls back there. There's a lot more that you can't really see that are all the way back there, but I can't really show you guys those because, like I said, this isn't a collection, like doll by doll video, but I've got a lot more dolls back there that you can't really see because of my lighting. But yeah, I've got quite a few dolls. You can only really see the first and second row, but I've got way more back there. And then these are where I keep dolls from like doll lines, not like individual dolls. I have a couple that are individual, so I have like my Birthstone Beauty dolls, my Barbie Look dolls, my Barbie Basic dolls, and then my Dolls of the World dolls. Sorry, that doll skirt's sort of in the way. I can't really move it because then I'd have to shake the camera around a bunch. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see them without the skirt. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky. I'm holding it with my hands, not with a tripod, so yeah, so that's where I keep a lot of my like Barbie basic dolls, dolls with the model Muse body type mostly. And then up here, and yeah, sorry, down here, those are all my Dolls of the World dolls, plus the two like American Stories dolls. And then up here, this is where I keep my dolls from entertainment. So I have my Twilight and Divergent dolls, Scooby-Doo, Elektra from Marvel, Prince of Egypt. I have two American Idol dolls, but you can kind of only see one. Eliza Doolittle. So basically dolls from movies / stories. I have a couple of custom dolls. The one with the red hair is a doll that I customized to look like a doll from my favorite book series. I've got Wonder Woman, Lord of the Rings, the Nutcracker, etc. And then up there is where I have all of my Fairytopia dolls, my dolls from Swan Lake, and my dolls from Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. You can't see them very well, so let me move closer to get a better look. There we are, now you can see them better. These are my dolls from Fairytopia, like I said, 12 Dancing Princesses, and Swan Lake. So that's where I keep all my dolls from the Barbie movies. These two shelves are dolls from Barbie movies, by the way. That's how I have them organized. So, yes, I have a lot of Fairytopia dolls. I've just gotten quite a big collection, and I really love them particularly. I just think they're really beautiful. And then, this last shelf, sorry, a little bit shaky. This is my other dolls from Barbie movies. I have a lot more in storage, but I can't, because I can't display them all, but these are the ones I like the most that I have out. So I have Barbie from Princess and the Pauper, A Christmas Carol, Magic of Pegasus, Island Princess, Three Musketeers, Princess Charm School, Barbie in the Pink Shoes, Barbie a Fashion Fairy Tale. I have Princess Malusia from The Secret Door, Barbie Life in the Dream House, and I think that's Rockin' Royals, the one with the blue hair and then the one with the red hair. Yes, and then I also have a very small collection of box Barbies over here. These are all the ones that I haven't unboxed because they were a gift from my mom's cousin, and she gave them all to me boxed, and I really just don't have the heart to unbox them. So yeah, so that is all the stuff on this shelf. I'll show you guys that shelf in a little bit, but those aren't like Barbies, so I'm just going to show you guys all the Barbies first, and then I'll move on to the other ones. Alright, so this is my other Barbie shelf. It's the same size as the one that I just showed you before, which is over there. That's what I just showed you guys. And this one is where I keep all of my just like regular Barbies, so not Barbies that are fancy or have any sort of format, except for that shelf and that shelf. I'll start with this bottom shelf. This is all of my holiday Barbies and like dolls from like holidays. So I have all of my holiday Barbies back there. I have 3 rows just like the other shelf on the bottom, but you guys can't really see any more back there. But yeah, that's just where I keep all of my holiday Barbies and stuff like that. I really love them. And my next shelf is dolls from like 2010 and on, I guess is what I want to call it. So this is, I have a lot of Barbies in storage. So these shelves are only a very small representation displayed of the dolls I have. But yes, and then I also have some dolls that are like customized from entertainment. So as you can see, I've got Katniss and Triss there, but they're not in their outfits, and I do already have one in there, so I just have them with these. But this is where I have all of the dolls that are from 2010 on that aren't part of any like particular doll line besides Fashionistas. So I have a lot of Fashionistas there. And as you guys can see, I have a lot of dolls from the Barbie Chronicles there. I have Hazel over there, and Amber, and I've got Grace up there. But yeah, I've got a lot of dolls here. I have my Barbie Star doll there. I love her to death. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Sorry about the camera quality. Like I said in a lot of my other videos, my camera quality is garbage. But this is my next shelf, and these are, I guess, like Barbies from the year 2000 on. So similar to that shelf, it's pretty much the same, except they're organized by, you know, like dolls from 2000 and forward up to like 2009. I probably do have some dolls from slightly before and slightly after that, but they're just like broadly categorized. So I've got a lot of dolls in here, and my favorite ones are the ones I have like standing up in the front. So that's why the Star doll is there, and then that doll is there. And then this shelf is pretty much the same, except it's like my Barbies from the 80s and 90s. I don't think I have any 80s Barbies there, but I definitely have almost all of them are 90s Barbies. And I really love this shelf in particular because I really didn't start getting into 80s and 90s Barbies until recently, and I've really found a love for them, and I'm really excited that my collection is growing. And then all the way up there is my fairies, mermaids, and ballerina dolls. So basically all of my dolls that are either fairies, mermaids, or ballerinas. And I do have like boxes from Ever After High stacked up there. And yeah, so I've got like dolls from all age, like all decades, just as long as they fall under that category. None from like the Barbie movies, so like Fairytopia or Mermaidia, those are over there. And I also forgot to mention that up there, sorry I'm not in the same spot so I can't really show you very well. Up there I have like box Barbies as well. As you guys can see, I've got like the Russell Stover Barbie back there and stuff. But yeah, so those are all my fairies and mermaids and ballerinas. And then I have this very small shelf right here. This is where sorry, I have got like random money out, but this is where I keep all of my Barbie fashionistas. So this is all of my blonde fashionista boys, my redhead fashionistas, and my Nikki fashionistas, or, you know. So that's those, and then this shelf is where I keep all of my blonde fashionistas. Sorry, there's like a random Monster High box back there. Yeah, so my blonde fashionistas, and then my brunette fashionistas, including the boys. Sorry, my window is right there, so it's kind of making a really weird lighting thing. And then I also have my Raquels too, my black-haired ones. And then my Sew and Style or Sis dolls. I don't have a super lot of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got like 6. And I also have those random vases up there for decoration. But yeah, those are my Sis dolls. And I don't have any more Barbies to show you guys, but I am going to move on to show you guys my Ever After High shelf. I apologize for this one in advance. My ceiling fan is right there, and the back of this shelf that I keep it on is mirrored, so it like reflects everything. So you can see my ceiling fan, and I'm really sorry that that is happening, but I can't really do anything about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys anyway. So this is where I keep all my Ever After High dolls that have like furniture or playsets attached, besides the ones that are on that other shelf. So I have my Way to Wonderland Lizzie Hart's book with my Way to Wonderland dolls, and I have Raven and her vanity, and Apple and her fainting couch, and then I also have the sugar-coated playset with Cedar, Holly O'Hare, and Gingerbread House. And then my Hat-tastic Tea Party playset. They're all very squished, and then that random Barbie's just chilling out there. Sorry, I forgot to move her. She's looking for a different pair of pants. That pair didn't really suit her. So she's sort of just chilling, but don't mind her. They're really squished. You can't really see them all very... They aren't really differentiated, but yeah, that's my Fantastic Tea Party playset. That's very, very squished. Yeah, like I said, I'm running out of room, but this is where I keep all my other Ever After High dolls. Once again, I'm very, very sorry that the ceiling fan is there. I can't turn it off because then there'd be no lighting in my room. Because as you guys can see, my windows are completely covered up by shelves, so I have no natural light, which is probably a good explanation of why my YouTube video lighting is bad, but I can't really do anything about it. If I move those shelves, I would have no storage whatsoever. But yes, so this is where I keep all of my signature slash basic dolls. So like, as you can see, it's all of the signature versions. The Royals and Rebels, like basic signature, so like Dexter and the O'Hare twins, and Apple, and, well, Apple's down there. But Lizzie and Blondie and Briar, all of those, and Kitty, all of the like basic dolls. And then this shelf is all the dolls that come from like doll lines, or like, you know, dolls that aren't signature. So I've got Legacy Day and Dragon Games, and I've got other ones back there. I've got like Book Party and Enchanted Picnic and Through the Woods. And then up here it's pretty much the same thing, except I have them sitting down in that smaller shelf. I've got Epic Winter, I've got like that back to school set, so I've got the Maddie and the Holly from that, and also have Birthday Ball and Getting Fairest, and I also have all the bookmarks lined up back there, but you can't really see them. And then all the way up there, I have Dragon Games, Apple, and Brayburn. But yeah, that is my Ever After High collection. It's definitely not as big as my Monster High collection, mainly because they're getting harder to find, and they didn't make as many, period. But yeah, I'm going to move on and show you guys my Disney shelf, and then I'll show you my miscellaneous stuff, and then I'll move on to the like, actual physical doll-related stuff, so, like, where I store the clothes and all that. So, here is my Disney collection. Don't mind the epic Star Wars poster that I have hanging up. Shows how much of a nerd I am. But this is what my Disney shelf looks like. I'll show you guys how I have it organized. It's getting kind of full. I need to start putting them in storage, but I don't really have any more room in my closet for all the dolls that go in storage. But I'll just show you guys what I've got anyway. this very bottom shelf has all of my 17-inch dolls, and they're like the dolls from that movie. So I've got all the Tangled dolls and all the Frozen dolls down there, and the Brave dolls, and then the Aladdin dolls, because those are the 17-inch dolls I have, and I just like kept them with their like movie people. Yeah, and they're mostly all Disney Store. I've got a few Hasbro and a few Mattel, and then I've got that random Rapunzel from the like movie series, but they're mostly all Disney Store. Sorry about the lighting down there, it's getting kind of dark. But this is where I have all of my Sleeping Beauty dolls, Pocahontas dolls, Mulan dolls, and Princess and the Frog dolls. They're getting it's getting a little bit full, so I have to have some dolls sitting on laps. But a lot of these need to be re-restored. I didn't really do a good job when I first started out, I didn't really know what to do yet. But that is where I keep all the dolls from those particular movies. And then up here is where I have my Cinderella, Little Mermaid, and Snow White dolls. I have a couple of things for like decoration. So I've got that like little shell right there, and then that little apple just for decoration. And I also have Cinderella's carriage as well. And I've got a little Sebastian there and like little Disney cupcakes. I just like to keep when I have extra space, I like to keep my doll shelves pretty. I can't really do that with a lot of them because they're really full, but I can with this one, so I do it. So that's where I keep all of those dolls. And then this shelf is my Beauty and the Beast shelf. It's definitely my biggest one. I have a couple of things for decoration. So I've got the rose and a little mirror and this pretty rose thing and then the cupcake. But this is where I have all of my Beauty and the Beast stuff. So Mattel, Disney Store, live action, you name it, that's where it all is. I really love my live action dolls. They're so pretty. I especially love the one in the pink dress. And then this shelf is really, really full, but this is where I keep dolls that are from like underrated movies or like dolls I don't have that many of. So I've got like Megara and Phoebus and Esmeralda and Elena of Avalor and Violet from The Incredibles and Hercules and Moana. That's just where I keep all of those types of dolls. So I also have Kida from Atlantis up there. Just, you get the gist, just like dolls like Meg and Esmeralda and Kida that aren't like super well known. And then I also have Jane from Tarzan back there too. And then up there is where I keep my Brass Key Disney dolls and my Disney fairies. So I have Tinkerbell and all of her friends, and then all of my Brass Key porcelain dolls. And that is all of my Disney dolls. I actually don't have any in storage. This is all of them. And I really love them all, but the shelves are getting kind of full, so I need to start storing them. But I don't really have space in my closet. I'm going to move on to my scene dolls and then my other random dolls that are on shelves. So here's my skinny shelf of my scene dolls and other kinds of dolls. That is what it looks like, so sort of a quick pan. It's right next to my bed. I'm very glad that my dolls haven't gotten knocked over because I kind of sleep flopping around. That is where I keep all of my big dolls. None of these three have been restored yet, but that's where I keep like the big dolls that I have that aren't like part of a particular line. Aurora's in there mainly because she definitely would not fit on this shelf, so that's why she's down there. And then this My Scene shelf, sorry it's a little bit dark, this My Scene shelf is for my Scene Chelsea's, so that's where I keep all those. And then I've got a couple other ones. I've got like the one with the brighter red hair, and then that one. I don't quite remember what those names are, but they're mostly Chelsea's, and I've got a few of the ones that have the bright red hair and then the one with like the strawberry blonde hair. That's just where I keep all of those. I separate these by character. And this is where I keep all of my Madisons and my Nolies / Delanceys, and then the My Scene boys that have brown hair. Sorry, you can't really see those in the back at all. They're really, really dark. I'm really sorry about that, but, you know, it is what it is. So that's where I keep all of those. And then this one is where I keep all the My Scene Barbies / there's another one. There's not just Barbie. I forget which one it is, but I've got quite a few of those. And then up here is where I have my Winx dolls and my DC superhero girls. So, and I also have a couple of the like those alien dolls, like as you can see that one, and then I've got my 2 Enchantimals up there just because they're really small and didn't really fit anywhere else, but that's where I keep those. And then I will show you guys my pretty much miscellaneous doll shelf. So here is my shelf full of all dolls from all other doll lines that I don't have very many of. So that is my Bratz / Moxie Girl shelf. I actually have some La-Di-Da dolls back there. As you guys can see, way back there I've got some La-Di-Da dolls. but it's mostly Bratz and Moxie girls. Basically all different characters. And then here's my Liv dolls, my Flava dolls, and those like, what are they called? Snap Star dolls. You can barely see her. I've got 3 Snap Star dolls, but you can see the top of her hair. I actually did a video on unboxing those. And then I have my MC Squared dolls and my Disney Descendants dolls. I love my MC Squared dolls. I wish that I could put them on a shelf where they were displayed more prominently, but I don't have very many of them, and my shelves, as you guys can see, are really full. So that's just where I have those. And then this is where I have dolls that I only have 1 or 2 of. So my Moxie Teens, I'm so lucky to have the 2 that I have. My Star Darlings, I love Star Darlings. I wish that I had more of them. And then that random doll over there, I never really figured out what kind of doll she was. And then that fairy tale type doll, I thought she was a Winx when I first bought her, but it turns out she's like the daughter of Rapunzel from some sort of like discontinued fairy doll line. Yes, and then I have, this is a DC Squirrel Girl, I think her name was. I don't quite remember. I found her at a Goodwill boxed, and it was really amazing. But yeah, so that is all of the dolls that I have that aren't in storage. I will go ahead and show you all the dolls that I keep in storage right now. So this is where I keep all of my dolls that are in storage. Now you guys can see just how many I have. I've got 4 boxes stacked on top of each other in my closet. All of this is Barbies. That bottom one is dolls from entertainment / dolls from Barbie movies / like holiday dolls and like fancy dolls. This one is 80s, 90s, early 2000s Barbies. This is 2000s to 2009-ish, and then these are 2010s. You can't really see them, it's really dark, but that's because it's in my closet. And then that is where I keep all of my porcelain dolls that aren't up in my attic, and then my Monster High dolls. And like I said, this is in my closet, so yeah. And then that is where I keep all of my doll boxes that I haven't like taken apart. So they're from basically like collector dolls that I really don't want to take the box apart just in case I ever want to put them back in. I just keep them in a box. They're kind of overflowing, but they stack fine and they don't fall, so it's all good. And then, sorry, skipping past my clothes, that is where I keep a lot of my doll stuff. In here, it's really full. I'm going to open it real quick. This is where I keep all of the dolls I haven't restored yet that that are going to be fixed first. So I have more in boxes, but these are all that are like dressed and ready to go that are going to be fixed before the other ones. I'm sorry about my clothes. And then this drawer is where I keep all of my Disney dolls that need to be restored. I have quite a few dolls that I need to get to it and fix. And then this is where I keep all of my like Barbie dresses that are like big dresses, and my Bratz clothes, my Ken doll clothes, my Disney clothes, well, part of them anyway, and then like hair pieces and purses and things. So basically just like large Barbie dresses and like accessories. And then this is where I keep more Barbie accessories. I have Monster High accessories, jewelry. Underneath that I have shoes, Monster High parts, straws for curling, doll food, just like stuff like that. Mainly just like big doll accessories. And then down here are duplicates of dolls I already own that I don't want to get rid of because something might happen to the ones I have and I will need another one. It's very full, but you know, it's fine. And then over here I have all these boxes in my closet. This is where my room starts to get not as organized. I have a bunch of pieces of big Barbie furniture in that big box right there. And then all of these boxes are filled with dolls I haven't restored yet, or dolls that need body swaps, or dolls that need to, you know, like body candidates. So that's where I keep all of those. And then I will show you guys where I keep more of my Barbie accessories and things. That is all the way on the ground down here. Sorry, it's kind of dark. Let me see if I can fix the lighting real quick. Make it a little brighter. Oh, there we go. It's a little brighter. Okay, so down here I have some Barbie boxes down here that I've taken apart, and then some Monster High accessories and furniture. That's what's in that box too. Sorry about my little porcelain dog collection, but this is where I keep a lot of really little pieces of furniture. So I've got like bits of Barbie little accessories, and I have them all organized by basically like what they are. So this is all like beauty products, so like face masks and soap and all that stuff. And then, yeah, little clothespins, Christmas stuff, dog related items, just things like that. Notebooks and stuff, books. Yeah, I've got basically stuff like that. CDs and DVDs, all that jazz. And then that's where I keep doll boxes that I've taken apart, plus the Snapstar Barbie, well, not Barbie, doll stuff. And then Monster High furniture and accessories, and then a random large Ray. And then there's my Monster High shelf there. But yeah, that is actually all of it, except for I have one more thing I need to show you guys. This little table right next to my door is where I keep all of the dolls that need little things. They've already been fixed up before, but all of these need stain removal. I'm getting ready to do those as soon as it gets sunny. These all need stain removal, and when I get those done, this table is usually reserved for like dolls who need boil washes, dolls who need new outfits, you know, not dolls who completely haven't been fixed, but dolls who need little pick-me-ups or things like stain removal and boil wash and stuff. So that was my whole entire room tour collection video. I hope it was as good as you guys hoped it would be, that it was what you guys had in mind. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me until I finally got this thing filmed. You have no idea how happy I am to finally get it done. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and was able to see a little bit more of my doll collection and how I keep it. And I hope you guys really, really did like it and it was everything you hoped it would be. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all those things. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!